My God, man, who could have saw that coming? Conor McGregor lost to Max Holloway via injury TKO. Wow, I'm still in disbelief. By throwing a jumping roundhouse kick the first seconds of the fight, landing on his right foot and blowing out his knee. Who could have saw that coming, man? Who could have saw that coming? At first, I thought McGregor was just rusty. He looked like he was slipping around. I was like, oh man, this is not looking good for him. Because he tried to throw another body kick or a head kick afterwards, and he slipped again. I was confused. At first, I thought maybe the octagon was slippery. Maybe it was just ring rust or cage rust, you may call it. But no, it turned out he blew his knee out after the first kick attempt. What an anticlimactic way to end on a great card. This was a great card after all. Tons and tons of finishes, upsets, wars, banger fights. But man, honestly, you have to feel bad for Conor McGregor. It is a very, very unfortunate situation. He looked very devastated after the injury happened. I mean, could you blame him, man? This is crazy. No one could have saw that coming. You know, I did make a video talking about how Conor McGregor would win. I look like a fucking idiot. But if you guys want to check it out and make fun of me, please go ahead. Wow. Wonder what's next for Conor. I think he has to retire. I don't think you can come back from that type of injury again. Back then, obviously everybody knew his famous leg break against Dustin Poirier. That was his left leg, actually. He snapped his shin. And now it's his right leg, blowing his knee out after the first kick attempt. People gotta remember, man, he's 38 years of age after all. He can't move like how he used to before, especially after this many years being out of the cage. What a sad way to end the main event. We kind of hate to see it, whether you're a Conor McGregor fan or not. You know, I hope he's okay. I hope his family's okay, but that was very unfortunate. At least, you know, I was hoping we can see a real fight between him and Max, no matter how the results may be. Now, moving on to the co-main event. One of the fastest finishes, maybe in UFC co-main event history. Paddy Pimblett snatched up a nasty Darce choke against Benoit Saint-Denis. I hate to say it, but I did call this. When BSD initiate his grappling exchanges, especially when he shoots for takedowns, he leaves his neck wide open. And that's just something that you cannot do against Paddy Pimblett. I cannot stress enough. Paddy has nasty jiu-jitsu, especially when his opponent is attempting to initiate the grappling. Leaving his neck open like that, a guillotine, a Darce, anaconda, ninja choke even was meant to be snatched up. BSD had no answer for it. Paddy put him out cold. That was nasty. And the speed of that Darce is also incredible. He called out Ilia Topuria. He called out the champion Justin Gaethje and McGregor after the fight. I'm hoping to see him against Ilia next. That would be a great fight. But man, that was a very impressive victory by Paddy Pimblett. I do think they both still kind of suck. But in my prediction video, I did mention that I think BSD is a great stylistic matchup for Paddy just because the way he fights. But for example, if Paddy were to fight someone like a Mauricio Rufi, I would not favor his chances. Paddy does his best work when his opponent tries to grapple him. But he himself, he doesn't have the best takedowns. He doesn't have the best offensive wrestling to initiate the grappling and get his opponents to the ground. But yeah, great win by Paddy Pimblett. Good to see him bounce back and looking forward for his next fight. Now moving on, we got Corey Sandhagen versus Mario Bautista. Another great fight. Good competition, very high level fight. The first round was very, very close. In the end of the first round, Bautista had a nasty knee bar on Corey Sandhagen. And it looked like something snapped in Corey's legs, whether his ACL, MCL, it looked like something was torn. When he stood up, I saw that he was limping, and I had to immediately put a live bet on Bautista. It was a great fight after all. Corey showed a lot of grit, even I would say he might have won the second round. He was still landing on Bautista. He was still moving relatively well, but you can tell that his leg was compromised. He was not moving like how he was the first round. And yeah, Bautista got the victory. In the third round, dropped him with a nasty left hook, almost finished him. And afterwards, Corey looked like he was out of it. Bautista took them down a bunch of times. I counted probably about 4 or 5 or maybe more mat returns. It was a great victory for Mario Bautista. He just keeps improving. I feel like he could be a problem for the top 5, for the champion. But at the same time, I think this is kind of the extent of achievements that Bautista can get. I don't think he beats a Sean O'Malley. I don't think he beats Umar in a rematch. I don't really see him beating either Merab or Petr Yan either, but great win by Mario Bautista. Hopefully you get to see him fight for a title or Maybe another top 5 opponent next. But yeah, great fight after all, very high level. Next fight on the card, we have Brandon Royval versus Loner Kavanagh. Another great fight, great competition. Royval looked very good the first round. He was landing his jabs as well. He has one of the best southpaw jabs I've seen in terms of how he can land it. Because usually when two guys are fighting opposite stances, the jab usually gets nullified since their lead hands will be in each other's way. But Royval, that shit doesn't seem to bother Royval. Royval is able to land his jab at well. He just keeps spamming it, occupying Loner Kavanagh's vision, and Kavanagh didn't seem to have much of an answer for it. But come second round, Kavanagh landed a bomb on Royval's chin, dropping him, and started landing vicious ground and pound on Brandon Royval. I think attempted maybe an omoplata or a kimura on Loner Kavanagh, which slowed down the offense, slowed down the ground and pound, and he was able to survive. And from that point on, Kavanagh started to look pretty gassed. So Royval started taking over again the third round, even though Kavanagh hurt him again with a bomb. Royval landed back, hurting Kavanagh, took him to the ground, and submitted him. It was a great fight after all. I think the problem with Loner Kavanagh is that he is a little small. Or maybe Royval just very big, but he is kind of similar to Joshua Venn. He's a little small. I feel like he still doesn't. Maybe this instance is specific, but I feel like it's similar situation when he fought Charles Johnson. He tend to just empty his gas tank too early and not have much left for the following rounds of the fight. It was a great win for Brandon Royval, prospect killer. He's great. He's huge at 125. Great length, very long, very, very good. Hopefully we get to see him fight someone like, I don't know who he could fight next, but we'll figure it out. Good win by Brandon Royval. It was a great scrap after all. Good competition. Hopefully Loner Kavanagh can bounce back. He's still pretty young, and I still think he has a ton of potential. He has good skills. Next fight on the card, we have Robert King Green versus Terrence McKinney. Oh man, what a crazy fight this was. Like I said in the breakdown, pick Bobby Green here, by the way. Everybody, you gotta start watching my breakdown videos so you can get your money. Terrence McKinney busted up Bobby Green very, very early in the fight, landing good punches, vicious, just going at him, took him down, had him in very, very dangerous positions. He had like a pretty tight neck crank and rear naked choke going on. Bobby Green somehow survived the whole time he was still talking shit. Good to see it from the king. But yeah, man, I was telling all my friends who was watching it with me that if Terrence McKinney cannot get you out of the first round, he literally gasses out and quits. And that's what happens. Soon as they're back on their feet, Bobby Green landed a grazing liver shot. Didn't even look like it was full impact. And McKinney immediately folded to the ground and quit. Bobby Green was landing ground and pound and finished the fight at the last second. It was an amazing scrap after all. I think Terrence McKinney is just allergic to getting out of the first round or fighting for more than 5 minutes. And it was a great finish by King Green, who's on a 4-fight winning streak. He's been looking very good recently, man. He's been looking very good. Maybe it's time to give him another shot at the ranking. The Unk still has it. Or maybe it's time to give him Conor McGregor. We'll see what happens. Now go on to the prelims. Whitaker beat Nikita Krylov via TKO. Big nasty right hand landed by Whitaker in the third round. I think it broke Krylov's jaw and he realized how serious the injury is and waved out the fight. But man, this fucking fight was looking very, very shaky for Bobby Knuckles in the beginning. It's not like he's Paulo Costa, man. Like, he looked very small at light heavyweight. From a former welterweight, I guess it makes sense, but Whitaker also has T-Rex arms. Even though he's pretty thick and girthy, he just looks so small compared to Krylov. I mean, Krylov is a big light heavyweight, but still, man, like the size difference was so significant. And it looked like Whitaker was just getting easily pushed back. Easily. Krylov was landing some kicks, he was landing some punches on him, even though he just swings wide and misses most of the time. But it was looking very, very worrying for Robert Whitaker in the beginning. I was honestly pretty scared for him. And honestly, I don't really like his chances at light heavyweight. There's these huge fucking guys that just could be too dangerous for him. But at the same time, still a great win by him. He came back, he bounced back, he was landing good jabs, he was landing good right hands. But I feel like at light heavyweight, another thing about Bobby Knuckles is that I think his kicks it just isn't nearly as effective because of his frame and size. He's so small nowadays. If he attempts to knee stomp these fucking 6'4", 6'5" giants, he's gonna get countered very badly. And when he throws his kicks, especially his high kicks, it's very hard for him to reach his opponent because of how short he is. But yeah, great fight. good scrap after all. Good finish by Whitaker. Excited to see what he has for us next, and good to see him bounce back. Next fight on the card, Gable Stevenson. I mean, good round 1 finish against Akan. There's nothing much to say besides this. I mean, it was a very exciting fight. Gable Stevenson just came in there looking for the finish. He's a very exciting fighter. You do have to give him credit. He seems pretty defensively irresponsible, but he does look very fast and very powerful. Those kicks he be throwing, the body kicks, they were landing. They were very effective. But the front side kick though, I don't think he should be throwing those at all. If there's a good heavyweight that can just blitz in and catch him, it's gonna be bad, my brother. It's gonna be bad. But good finish by Gable Stevenson. I don't think anybody expected anything else to happen. Yeah, moving on. Adrian Yanez absolutely KOs Cody Garbrandt. Oh man, in the beginning of this fight, Garbrandt landed a flurry and a knee. Looking kind of vintage. He was looking scary for a second, but you know, pretty soon after, Yanez caught him with a counter right and another and a left right. Boom, boom, boom. Garbrandt is down again. I think Cody really should retire. His chin just cannot take or absorb any of these punishments. And yeah, I think, yeah, man, it's looking sad for him. I don't think he should keep fighting. Luke Riley got a impressive finish against Kai Kamaka III. Kai Kamaka is no joke. He's very good. He was looking dangerous in the beginning. And Luke Riley caught him with a nasty right hand. Nasty. And put him down twice, and the referee called the fight. A lot of people online are calling this an early stoppage. I don't think I agree with that statement. I think it was a fine stoppage. Kai Kamaka was not fighting back, and Luke Riley was really putting it on him. I feel like if the fight went on for maybe another 10 seconds, he would have been out cold. So I would say this was a good stoppage and an actual great, impressive win by Luke Riley. This is probably the best he's ever looked in the UFC, and I'm actually pretty excited to see what he has next for us. He looked pretty overrated to me before, you know, getting out-grappled in his fights, having competitive scraps against the likes of a Bogdan Grad. Like, who the fuck is that? But yeah, he's looking real good. Wang Tong defeated Tracy Cortez by unanimous decision. Wang Tong kind of just put it on her. Cortez is pretty much just the female version of Brian Ortega, trudging forward, taking punches on her chin. Wang Tong landed an illegal knee in the second round, if I remember correctly. But besides that, you're just kind of piecing Cortez up, defending pretty much every single takedown. Wang Tong actually has a good whizzer. He's good at just shaking the opponent off. A good fight. Wang Tong's looking real good. I'm excited to see what she has for us next. She's one of the only, I guess, entertaining WMMA fighters, and hopefully she keeps improving and gets ranked soon. Hopefully she keeps improving and move up the rankings and maybe challenge Valentina Shevchenko one day, even though that is a long shot. Shevchenko has got amazing grappling, and I don't really see Wang Tong winning that fight. Anyways, Damian Penis. Too much trudge, too much girth, too much vascularity, and too pulsating for Cesar Almeida. Knocked him out cold and followed up with a nasty ground and pound because the referee didn't stop the fight in time. Do not blame Pimas for this. He really tried his best, and it was a great knockout. Fury Bashara really went to war with a fucking kid on short notice. Good scrap. John Garza actually had heart. He looked like he had better cardio than somebody who has been preparing for a fight and had a whole training camp, man. Fury Bashara, brother, if this is how you're going to fight somebody that's outside of the UFC, unranked, on 2 days, 3 days, however many days notice, man, come on, man. You got to do better than that. But respect to John Garza. Hope to see him back in the UFC. He definitely looked like he was pretty good. And decent win by Fury Bashara. It was a war. It was entertaining for the fans, but it was looking very worrying for him at moments. Ryan Gondra brutally knocks out Zachary Reese. I believe it was a left hook. Clean left hook. Grazed Zach's chin. Knocked him down and pretty much put him out cold. Nothing much else has happened. It was a very quick finish. Very impressive finish though. Good win by Ryan Gondra. In the first fight, and I guess last fight we're discussing, is Alessandro Costa just absolutely demolishing Cody Durden on short notice. Good fight. Costa is looking real good. I feel like he reinvented himself, showed his jiu-jitsu this fight, got a nasty submission. You can see fucking blood squirting out of Cody Durden's face. It was honestly pretty scary to look at. And very impressive victory all by Alessandro Costa. I hope you guys liked the video. Please like and subscribe if you made it this far. It will help me a lot. And man, what a disappointing way to end the main event and end the night. And fuck Argentina. Thank you guys for watching.